but now everyone's mics are unmuted, and now we are live.
Woo! We're live. We're live. We're on.
We're here.
Oh, good lord! I forgot to sign a Roll20. I should do that right now.
You should do that. You and oh right, no, it's just three of you tonight, because yeah, we have, for people that usually see what we're doing, or as you'll see by the overlay there, no Ryan tonight. He'll be joining us next time. No Artem. He will join us eventually.
Eventually. Oh, Ryan's not joining us today? I didn't know about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Ryan was not? No, Ryan's seeing, Ryan and his girlfriend have tickets to, like, this Nick Offerman, Megan Mullally thing. That sounds super
they're
rad.
So cute.
Yeah.
They're so cute.
I love the two of them. Megan Mullally and Nick Offerman are cute together, too. Haha.
They are, though.
Yeah.
They are.
So, yeah, guys, it's a new, as you can see by everything on your screen right now, it's a new campaign. We're doing a new thing. I am DMing this. I'm also handling all the stream things. Also, Sid's got music, so I should probably pull that up now.
It's just chill ambient Skyrim music right now.
Totally fine.
I'm not good at this.
Well, hold on. First, it's a Reese's Cup ad, so let me mute that.
Ad blocker. Whoa.
Yeah. Hey, ads. Pay me. Okay.
I understand. I understand.
I have a production-based job on the internet. I will not use ad blocker out of principle. Plus, there's such a thing as an ad blocker. Fun fact, if your engineers are good enough. Anyways, yeah. So point being, I'm at the wheel of a bunch of things here. So forgive if there's some hiccups. However, this is a brand new campaign, and I'm super excited to start this off. I was I'm start this music now. I was reading One Piece the other week and just got super inspired. The other week, it was a couple months ago now. Just got super inspired. We're all creative types here. We know that, like, once ideas flow, they just go forever. So here we are, brand new campaign. There's gonna have to be a little bit of an exposition barf first. It literally says exposition barf in my outline here. So players, please interject with any and all comments to spice that up.
Okay.
All right. So let me turn this down just a tad.
I have so many notes already. Oh my god.
Yeah. So that's the thing. It is for viewers here. All the players already have kind of a handout of what they needed to know about the world. And it is so in Sid's character to have all those notes written down.
That's why I knew about Captain Bragg earlier. I was like, did you know that he found the first Titan? Anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, we should just get right to it. So, everybody on their screen right now sees kind of the world map. We're gonna talk about all that stuff. So, brief, just like history of this world kind of stuff. We'll try to speed through all this as much as possible. This is called Tales of Sentra. It takes place on a planet called Sentra, primarily on a continent called Alabast. That's the big giant one that you see here. There are some other smaller continents around the world, but that's kind of the main thing. I kind of added other continents later to be like, well, if there's like some DLC campaigns down the road, they can go there. But this is set in not necessarily the same sort of planes as standard D&D. We have Sentra, which is Earth, for lack of a better term. And then kind of, in quotes, somewhere above it is what we call the heaven side. And that's kind of where, like, anything that is considered lawful on the table resides. So Fae and other similar things, they're all up there. Somewhere under, in quotes, the world is this place called Hellside, which is a plane where anything that is evil can be found. Then we have this other thing called the Other Side, which is sort of to the somewhere adjacent to the world, which is, that's kind of like the afterlife. It's where some people go when they die. It's also, if you were to shadow step, what you would be stepping through. And that's where any of the neutral things lie. So any and all deities, that sort of thing that you typically expect in D&D, you'll find within one of those three. Then we have this other thing called the Never Side, which is kind of like the astral plane. It's basically like, hey, I have dreams and I feel like I'm there, but it's not really a real place, or is it? That's the Never Side.
So Misty Step or Shadow Step would both kind of go through the other side?
Correct. Okay. You'd basically be briefly hopping through like the parallel place where everyone's souls are. Heavenside they know is real because, hey, Fae, and Fae make ASMR, and so we totally know they exist. Same thing with Tieflings and the Hell side. But the Neverside, although it's been, like, kind of accepted, never truly been observed or accessed, so that's that. But anyways, that's kind of some planetary stuff. This is, right now, what your world map would look like. If you were to, as I always say, press the select button. We got a bunch of cities here. We're not going to get into all the lore of all those cities and who lives there, although it is primarily divided up among the various D&D races, although you'll find every race in every place. Some are just more concentrated in other areas. And up here we got a nice, lovely calendar. This world has 10 months of 36 days each, 360-day year, almost the same length as an Earth year, but a little younger. And in fact, it's only year 915 of recorded history in this world. So generally speaking, this is a very young world. Magic is very much real and accessible, and a lot of people use it. But because it's a young world, it's not super advanced. So I wouldn't call this high magic. I wouldn't call this low magic. It's just kind of young magic, if you want to think about this world that way.
The moons are different colors, guys.
The moons
change.
The moons are different colors. So for the 10 months, they move through Roy G. Biv. And then there's a gray one. Then there is a black one, which is when there just isn't one in the sky. And then the brand new one is pure white. And it's a good thing you say that, Sid, because as we see here, we are just 2 days from a new month. And on that new month, very special thing is going to be opening.
Blue moon.
Yes.
Also,
you know, also a beer.
Also the worm tunnel.
Yes. Okay, so yes, the new month, something very special will be happening. I guess I didn't need to jump to this shot here, but we're here. So yes. So
it's pretty.
Yes. So in the next month, the start of the next month, there is going to be this thing opening called the worm tunnels. And the worm tunnels basically picture the New York subway system, except instead of a bunch of trains, they've literally like wrangled sandworms for people to literally like travel on top of quickly around the world. Yes, exactly. So that those are going to open up. And so the reason this is all important is because this world is governed by what we call the Circle of 12. Not necessarily 12 races, because some kind of occupy the same spaces. Elves, half-elves, human all kind of live together, and they have one representative. Gnomes and halflings live together. They just have one. Orcs and half-orcs live together, etc. But there's a governing body called the Circle of 12, and they are meeting in what you see before you now, the capital city of Octon, to celebrate the opening of these worm tunnels. So, Octon is, I mean, just, you know, it's a little more rounded in this picture, but just pretend it's an octagon. Use your imagination. Is a giant walled city. It is the largest one on the continent. It is the capital city. As you can see here, there are 3 rings. And if you had to guess, well, I'll just leave it to you guys. If you had to guess, what do you think those 3 different rings are like? Just based on fantasy tropes. Yes.
Pudding, vegetables, meat.
Super close. Anybody else have a guess? You get a silver star.
Nice. You're muted. I bet it was very clever too.
Thanks. I was just saying that the middle circle is generally the higher classed people.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah,
and it just works its way out.
Yep, that's yeah, typically how these things go.
So the pudding, you know, the pudding.
Yeah. So the outermost ring is where you have your poorest people, and it's coincidentally also the largest ring. The middle one, you have your middle class, upper middle class, and then within the center you have your really loaded people and your government buildings and that sort of thing. And speaking of government buildings, everybody is here. I should say that the building where the circle meets is also called the Circle. You know, much like theater is the building, but also theater is what happens there. So this is what it looks like. And everybody is gathered because when the Circle of 12 comes to town, there is a big old parade as they all come down the city. You know, this is like a president coming to town times 12. Everybody is gathered to see it happening. Speaking of people who are gathered to see it happening,
so
observing
it's like the Olympics.
Yeah, it's a good way to think of it. The Olympics of government.
Yeah.
Speaking of people who are observing things that are happening. One person watching the parade. It's this drow over here. Valison
Hello.
Shade Merc.
Yes, hello.
I don't know if you want to say maybe what people would observe, how much you want to say about yourself now, but you're there.
Like, just to explain, like, introduce myself, kind of?
I mean, whatever you want to say now, because you guys will have a chance to all actually interact a bit later on. But if you want to maybe talk about why you're here observing this parade, that sort of thing.
Oh, I'm just a drow, you know, and I'm just here to enjoy the festivities. I like the parade. It happens frequently, sort of. But I'm just here watching it, you know, and I'm fixing my viol because the string broke.
Nice. I'd insight check that if I was somebody else, but I like it.
The string is broken.
So what? Nice.
Calm down, Vander.
So what you are observing is this parade that is going by. And the first envoy that goes by, because, you know, we're going in alphabetical order of races here, are the Aarakocra. So again, like I said, any observations or questions you guys have about these as they go by, please voice them, because we want to break up this monotony of of exposition as much we can. But so the first envoy comes down, and right here in the middle, you have the Aarakocra ambassador, and the way that we're gonna just pronounce his name is Quart. But if we were to pronounce it like an Aarakocra, it'd be more like Quart.
Nice.
Because it's all, you know, bird noises.
It's very, what's her face? Cardi B?
Yeah. Yeah, totally. Yeah. So he's you know, marching down, and to his sides are his two bodyguards. Over here you have this swan, and her name we'll just pronounce for ourselves as Owana, but if it were bird speak, it would be more like yeah, something like that. There you go. Yes, I'm so happy with all the art choices here. I shout out to Sid for Pinterest. I mean, not that you invented it, but for just talking about Pinterest enough that I finally started using it.
Wait, Sydney didn't invent Pinterest?
I mean, she might have.
I'm actually broke AF. It's fine.
Okay. So he's flanked by his two bodyguards. One of them is, and then he's flanked by his other bodyguard, Skawk or Skawk. So that's the first. Yeah. So that's the first envoy that comes down. Behind them, we have the Asimar envoy. Her name is Estrinwell, and she doesn't come with any bodyguards or anything like that. She comes to the meeting, just kind of flanked by various forest creatures and, you know, a couple fairies there. And those are enough to protect her, familiars and the like, that sort of thing. Then we have the Centaur envoy, this is one of my favorite ones. I mean, I like them all. You know, it's like picking your kids, you know, right?
Yeah.
So,
They're badass.
I know, right? So, we have the Centaur ambassador, and his name is Dewleaf, and he's walking there up front with his staff. Behind him, he's got his two bodyguards. Over here, we got Black Hoof, and we got Two Stripe. Let me tell you what, I didn't even think about centaurs that weren't just horses until I went down the Pinterest well. And like, yeah, it makes so much sense. Like a zebra centaur, that's awesome.
Giraffe centaurs.
I know, right?
Okay.
And then behind them even is Pace, and she is basically the record keeper or scribe for this whole group in their travels. Because centaurs in this world are like very traditional. They're basically like ancient Greek society, is the way that I have pictured them. Next up, we have the Dragonborn envoy. We have Balazar, also known to his people as Mind Calmer. Easy way to describe him is he is Martin Luther King Jr. for Dragonborn. He's just like this amazing, just, you know, revelatory speaker. Just like everybody, when this guy speaks, everybody listens because he's just such a powerful, intelligent, amazing individual. And hence the nickname Mind Calmer, because if you talk to him, he's able to basically calm anything. And walking with him he brought his mom to the meeting. You know how some celebs like take their mom to a red carpet event. He brought his mother, Balamel, because he's a nice boy. And then also walking with them is their bodyguard, this guy, Javar, who's from a different clan from the other two, but there to protect them. There's also someone else traveling with them who's with a different clan. And if I can reveal him for you. We got this guy who's also traveling with them. He's probably not making quite as menacing of a face, but this was just a quick Photoshop job that I wanted to do.
No,
but,
it's perfect.
but Richard, if you want to describe this person...
Why is he looking at me that way?
He really... It looks like one of the aliens from Mars Attacks, unintentionally. Like, that's what this ended up being. Yeah. Richard, if you want to describe what they see walking behind the group.
Yeah. So he's just kind of walking along, and he got a little more swagger to his step, and he's kind of clutching his hands a little, almost like a nervous tick or something. He's looking around, and he just seems like he's scanning the whole area, taking it all in.
Very nice. Sorry, a bunch of family texts. Good news for my brother, but anyways. Okay, so that's what they see. They see you kind of skulking behind there.
Oh, I should mention that I don't really, if it's not obvious by now, I don't really look like the other Dragonborn. I look like some kind of misshapen, I don't know, inbred Dragonborn or something.
Oh no!
Yeah, he doesn't look right. He doesn't look right at all. Especially when he sticks out his tongue to kind of lick his lips, you can tell. It's not pretty. If you're into Dragonborns, yet you're still probably not into him.
I wouldn't be able to insight to, like, peg exactly what his race would be as he passes, would I?
Yeah.
Or not insight, I guess, probably, like, history or something. I don't know. Anyway, continue.
No.
Continue.
All right. Discord's being a little funny right now on the stream, so my apologies for anybody who's watching. I'll have to fix that for next time. It's being a little laggy. You know what? No, I'll fix it when we take a break later. But all right. Anyways, moving on. Oop! Don't do that. Almost clicked on the wrong thing. Okay, so moving on. We've got two envoys here. Because the dwarves kind of send their own, and like I said before, the gnomes and the halflings kind of live together, so they just send one themselves. So historically in this world, there's been a lot of conflict. We're in kind of an age of peace right now, but there's been a lot of wars. However, a lot of the smaller races have avoided those. They've basically been the Switzerland of all those wars and just stayed neutral. So, like, for meetings like this, they still just kind of send someone just because they have to, but they're not really that much interested. But they have sent their dwarf ambassador, Amber Ungard, and representing both the gnomes and the halflings, the halfling Toto Tailbearer. So they're walking down there. Now, also with them, we've got...
Hey, we know that guy.
Yeah, I was going to say, you might know some of the art. You might recognize some of the art here. 1 second here. Okay, just checking my outline. Okay, so then behind them, we have the Goliath envoy. Yes, this guy on the right you probably recognize from some...
he goes to my monastery.
Tail of the Veil
okay.
art. So they have the representative Youthful, aka Darkstopper, so called because he stopped a very bad plague that was doing bad things to his people. And with him, he has a bodyguard, just simply by the name of Syl, and they're traveling together. Behind them, we got the Orc envoy, looking all big and tough.
Shit.
Yeah. So over here we got the
I can take him.
Yeah. So over here we got the chief. We got Varuk is his name. And behind him,
I would have thought I mean, I guess it makes sense that he'd have bodyguards that were bigger than him.
Well, I mean, not, not necessarily scale's not completely accurate, but hey, maybe he's got a Napoleon complex and he's been able to take these guys. Because basically the orcs decide their leader just by pure combat. You want to challenge the...
He has. Farouk has won many, many battles.
Yeah, you
Many
challenge and you win. You're the boss now, but no one's been able to beat him. So, behind him, so you'll notice the guy behind him, these guys behind him, they have a similar ending to their name. But one of them has, like, a similar beginning to the name. It's because the ones behind him, the two of them are brothers, but they are cousins to this guy, Varuk. So behind him, we have Varfu and Rarfu, and they're just two big, tough, scary-looking guys. And perhaps you notice across the road now as you're observing this parade. Go to my GM layer here. There's another individual who's there to kind of work security for the event. But Ryan's not here, so y'all kind of just clock him and go, that guy looks tough. And then we move on.
That guy looks so normal.
I think I could go and pick his pocket.
Humans, they're so bland.
Alrighty.
He has a very wonderful mustache, though.
That is a good mustache.
Yeah.
I have mustache envy. I can't have one.
Wait, we're doing accents?
I've
No,
been
we
running
can.
with this accent, like, for this character for forever.
All right.
Okay.
So, yeah, that's happening there. Okay, so then coming up behind the orcs, we have the Tabaxi envoy. I have so many pages in Roll20 for this first episode, guys.
Yeah.
So, yeah, coming up behind them is the Tabaxi envoy. And the Tabaxi ambassador is this merchant over here by the name of Brooke. He is accompanied by his wife by the name of Cottontail. And here's his business partner, Bello. Awesome lion-looking dude. Basically,
That's the second time I thought the chief was the one on the right.
that's funny. I mean, I just arranged him kind of however when I did this.
Yeah.
Kind of like...
those badass ones don't end up being the chiefs.
Sure. I mean, hey, lesson learned, right? That's
really
life.
only one that brings their representative based on combat, and I believe it is the orcs.
Very true.
Did my homework.
Mhm. It'll all this stuff will be more relevant as like events happen. But like I said, I was reading One Piece when all this stuff was inspired, and I kind of realized, to me personally, the reason that series is so good and just feels so rich in lore is because of its characters. Like, there's just so many. They introduce so many who eventually matter, and so that was kind of the inspiration for all this. Little inside baseball there. Anyways, then we've got the Tiefling envoy.
Oh.
So they got their representative over here, Oriana Peace, and she's accompanied by 3 ladies in waiting, who are also sisters. We have Darie, Darielle, and Darian, and they are oldest to youngest from left to right there. You can see that they're already gossiping, even just by that little bit as they walk down. Then, finally, bringing up the rear of the actual parade, there's no actual knife in her hand, but it's the stock. Is it Wan Ti or Wan Tai? I was never sure.
I always thought it was Yan Ti.
Yeah, I always thought it was
Yanti.
tea like the drink. Yeah, okay, we're all on the same page then. So we have the Yanti Hessa, and she's accompanied just by basically a squadron of guards. There's no like, she doesn't have like a significant other with her or like an advisor or anything like that. It's just her and a bunch of guards. And so that's kind of the end of the... Hold on, I gotta bounce you guys to one and then back to the other because of how Roll20 works. So you guys have all observed these coming by, and there's another individual who's been observing the parade. Kind of leaning up, watching things. I don't know how much you want to tell us at the moment, Andrew.
Looks like he's kind of trying to act normal. I think he kind of starts to light his pipe and then kind of realizes he's a little out in the open, so kind of throws this cloak on and pulls the hood up and then lights the pipe. And then just kind of like normals out so much you kind of lose interest and start looking around and realize, wait, no, what's he? Oh, okay, just standing there.
Okay.
He doesn't say anything though, because I haven't decided on the accent yet.
Okay. Now I got to bounce back across like the 20 things I had to make for this. So like I said, so the parade's all gone by, but they're all being greeted right at the entrance to the place by the Elfin Queen and her 2 bodyguards. We have Brielle Gracelake and her bodyguards, Azura and Rosso. The elves was actually the one who I was saying Fiora anyway in that sentence. I wasn't correcting you.
Fiora.
Her grandmother Fiora was the one who actually first started this whole council and brought the country, or the continent, excuse me, Alabast, into what they call the Age of Peace. So she's just kind of welcoming everybody in, and everybody goes inside it to take care of their business. That leaves a few of you down on the street, but obviously Richard's character would be going in as well. So there's your giant exposition, Barf. That didn't
That's
take
good.
Yeah.
Doing it as a parade was a good way to do it.
Yeah.
Try to keep notes.
Yeah.
Jesus.
This is like all mostly in the PDF at least.
Yeah.
For you guys. Okay, so if you're still with us, audience, now the game can begin. We're gonna do a time skip to that evening. This continent is called Alabast, and the largest tavern in Octon is called the Alabast. Thank you very much. You can see, as you can see, it's a big multi-floored place. You can imagine this like way more crowded than it is. All the different mixtures of races in there, because for a parade like this, people from out of town are going to come in to see things happen too. It's a big occasion, so you've got all different kinds in there.
That's what it looks like on a normal Tuesday. Now it's like
basically. So you're all there for one reason or another. Well, Valison and Vander probably have very specific reasons to be there. Richard, if you want to elaborate on maybe how your character would get here, go for it. But I figured he'd probably just slip out and try to find a bar. But
yeah, honestly,
do what you will.
The people I'm with are really boring, and now that I'm finally here, I'm gonna have some fun.
Okay, so you're all in this bar at various places. Meet each other or talk to some patrons there. Up to you, and I will do my thing. I will say, you would definitely, especially Valison and Van, would probably clock each other as both being kind of sneaky seeming kind of people, and you'd all probably clock Fisk as well, because dude stands out looking differently. Anyways,
yeah, I don't really try to hide who I am at the moment.
Okay, so who does what?
But I could.
So who does what? You are in a bar.
Is there any entertainment going on presently?
There's probably a bit of music happening. There's probably someone's barding it up somewhere.
Oh. Well, I would like to approach the barkeep and ask if there is a set time when the bard is done with their shift, or it's just a free for all. And I would also like to maybe get a small drink.
Oh, you wanna go up and play some music? I mean, you can talk to him if you want. He normally.
Oh, they are not in your employ?
No, he just comes in here, kind of does his thing, and helps bring in the patrons. He makes a few bucks. It's a win-win. He normally plays all night until he gets tired. Whichever comes first. I mean, if you want to talk to him in between songs, I guess go for it. I won't stop you. Music is music. Entertainment's entertainment, right?
Yes, sure, of course. May I also have a drink, please?
It is a tavern, of course.
Just an ale or ale. Ale.
Well, that's the name of the place. Good choice. He'll set you up.
Oh, thank you.
I pay the man and I go sit down and I just wait until until he's done playing.
Okay.
Is there anything about you, either something you're wearing or a way you carry yourself, that leads me to think that you're up to something, or that you're like, what's your con?
basically, if like once she sits down, I mean, she has like a violin case on her back. She's not really aggressive or anything like that. But if you were to probably sit and watch her for any given amount of time, she's studying faces. She's looking from one person, holding it, like studying, and then moving to the next, almost memorizing who is where before just casually sipping.
Interesting. I think Van's first move, he's going to kind of watch and wait for someone to, like, in conversation, set their drink down and kind of swoop in, grab the drink while they're not paying attention, and then kind of float over to a different side of the room and just kind of like act normal against a wall somewhere and keep an eye on this interesting lady that is studying people a little more than she should be.
I am a people watcher.
All right, so you're trying to swipe this person's drink when they're not looking?
Yeah.
Go ahead and do a sleight of hand. Okay, you're good. This person did not notice.
Sweet. Do I notice any faces that might be looking for me that I'm familiar with?
Roll a perception check. No. You do not.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna try to be casual and maybe strike up a conversation with a random passerby while kind of looking over their shoulder to kind of track Sydney's character.
Okay. And what is our lizard boy doing?
I go up to the bar and kind of pound my fist down the table. I look at the bartender and I say, "Do you know who I am?"
Should I?
Do you?
Again, should I? The answer is no, but I'm trying to kind of be nicer about it.
Well, if you don't know who I am, then, well, give me the strongest thing you got.
Okay. Well, strongest thing I got.
I'm going to look over to the bar and see who else is there.
Okay. I mean, there's just like some other patrons around. There probably really aren't any Dragonborn in there.
That's fine.
You're
That's
probably the
good.
only one.
I look to see if there's anybody trying to like flirt or make an impression at the bar.
Okay. Roll me a perception real quick.
Okay. Oh, I'm not good at that.
That's all right. That's all right. I'll give it to you. As you look around, you definitely notice that Van is noticing Valison. Pretty low DC because I want you guys to, know each other.
I would actually, if he's sitting at the bar.
But they're not talking to each other yet?
Not yet.
Nope, doesn't seem like it.
Are there any couples that are like actually talking with each other, like holding drinks and stuff?
Oh yeah, absolutely. There's gonna be many of them around you.
I look for the nearest one.
Okay.
The nearest one with at least 5 or 6 feet distance away. Maybe 10 to 15 feet.
Okay. There's easily 2 or 3 within that. This place is packed and it's people come
I would
there
like to
as couples.
find a victim to a prank where I cast Mage Hand
Okay.
and just while he's not exactly looking, just like tip over a beer so it spills in the woman's lap.
All right. Sleight of hand it for me.
I would like to roll a perception on that just to see if I can.
Yeah, do it. Do it.
Woof.
All right. Nobody notices. And you successfully tip that beer.
So we
And,
just hear a beer tip over and
you just
some
hear-
lady go,
you-
"Oh!"
Yeah, basically you just sorry, were you pushing the man or the woman's drink?
I was
Or
trying to push the
whoever
man's
you're
drink
with could
onto
be
a woman.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, this guy just suddenly he's talking, they're sitting there, suddenly his drink just kind of goes boom, just and it does like that, like when it hits and splashes up kind of deal, like it's not
Yeah.
just a spill, but it like waves out.
Yeah.
So she just what happened? He's honey, I'm so sorry, like helps the tries to like help dry
Thanks
off
for
a
the
little
drink.
bit.
And I plop down. I round up whatever it is. probably a couple silver for a drink or something.
It's gonna be like a silver, maybe.
Okay, I put down 2.
All right. Oh,
And then I leave.
pretty generous. Thanks.
And I go scouting the bar for other people I can prank.
Okay.
I-
Well, while you're doing that, sorry. Say what you were gonna say.
No,
I-
wait.
okay,
Oh, wait.
Can I take that roll that you gave me earlier though, and I notice that this one human is eyeing the drow, because I'm gonna target them next.
Totally.
Because I know you want to move this
Episode
long
1,
where we
it's
meet.
like, it's time to fuck with Sydney.
Yeah, fuck with one of you.
I did check his calendar, and that was on there.
That's just penciled in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's actually penciled in like twice a week, which is weird because we only play D&D once a week.
He just like drops a message, and I'm like, what?
Yeah, the group chat goes on forever, you know.
Yeah.
It does.
Okay. So what were you saying, Sid?
No, I was going to like I was actually, if he was going to sit down, I was going to approach him, but he's kind of walking around.
He is, and probably about this time, the bard up there finishes his current tune and just goes, "Hey, anybody out there wanna buy me my next drink? I'm gonna knock that one back and get back up here and give you a couple more tales." And then he'll start descending from the little stage.
I will start to get my viol out.
Mhm.
And as he passes, just like, if it is okay with you, I can play during your break.
I mean, I'm gonna knock this drink back pretty quick. Go for it, I guess, but you're gonna have time for maybe one song.
That is okay. I just like to practice.
All right. Do your thing, lady.
I'll go play. I think. Oh fuck. What's my performance?
If you wanna, here you can roll a perception real quick too, if you want.
Perception.
Mm-hmm.
Dope. Oh my god. She's
Do we have
not.
2 people with entertainer background?
Yes, but one's musical, one's just like performative. Okay.
That was
Cool.
perception.
All right. So never mind. You didn't notice anything.
We have 2 humans, 2 rogues, 2 people with entertainer background.
It's gonna be a very interesting
Andrew is
campaign.
just a piece of everybody else.
Like
Gotta
a
be-
web of couple.
Yeah.
I just take out my viol and I play a quick song.
All right.
17.
Yeah. You play a pretty good song. There's some good amount of clapping for you.
Do I notice any easy marks that I could... easy marks with lowered inhibitions and distracted
Yeah.
from
Roll.
their coin purse?
Roll me another perception.
There it is. Oh,
Well-
I do not see that.
There's a lot of people clapping, but there's too much of a cacophony that
Yeah.
you don't notice anyone maybe a little too enthusiastic or a little,
Yeah.
Too
I
out
gotta
of
lay
line.
low anyway. Gotta lay low. Yeah.
Sorry, go ahead. Does the drow have any thing to like put money in?
Oh, I would have put my viol case up.
Ladies. Yeah, I would have put like the case open. It's a soft case, unfortunately.
Okay.
Like hard
I-
cases for a good viol, and they're like, But
I would, if the DM will allow with some rolls, I'd like to try to find somebody with some loose coin out and just use my mage hand to grab their coin and put it in her thing.
my man.
I'm not gonna get the money, but I will steal somebody else's money to put it in there.
okay.
Like a table with some tip on it.
Yeah, exactly. Just like to take
Sure.
the tip and then give it to her.
You know your mage hand isn't invisible for a couple levels, right? Or is it invisible at 3? I don't remember. For the trickster. At some point it is invisible. I don't remember when it happens though.
I think it's 3.
Okay. Mage hand ledger domain.
Yeah, it's invisible.
Okay, awesome. Cool. Yeah. Just do a quick sleight of hand.
Okay. One of these days this is not gonna work out.
Is
Well,
that day
I'd like to
today.
see you pin it on me.
Whew.
7.
Yeah, you're good. Nobody notices a coin just float over and into her open bag.
I'd like it to kind of like
Guess I'm
roll
certain
off the
that's-
table and then like hover a foot off the ground and then just go over.
Like
and
it's
then just
very
sink in.
obviously like making
Yep.
its way over.
But no one's looking at the ground, so I'm able to make it work.
All right.
Clever.
Actually,
However, I will do it in a way where I allow her to see what I do.
okay, I was just about to say, okay, so then Sid, you notice that this weird Dragonborn very clearly just magically moved a coin into your bag.
I don't know if she knows that I did it, but she sees a
Okay.
coin.
Well, why don't you
Go into...
roll me a perception,
Hop over.
Sid? I don't know if you can beat his 19, but no. Okay. Well, no.
She's not perceptive at all.
No. But hey, your song's done, and you got at least a gold coin that he moved over there. So
I can
there you
pay
go.
for my drink. That's so great.
Yeah, it's kind of like I'm just wandering around the room, and I just happen to do that as she finishes.
Cool.
I'm just looking for people to mess with.
So you finish
As
your
I-
song as the normal bard goes back up.
Thank you.
As I put my stuff away, I would like to actually look for him, and I would like to approach
Look
Who-
for who?
Fisk.
Okay.
Okay.
I mean, unless he's hiding, you're gonna find him.
He's not hiding. He's his tricks he's trying to hide, but he's not hiding.
Pardon me. Hello.
Hello.
I noticed you in the parade earlier. Who are you to, Balazar? Balazar.
I'm Fisk.
Are you his guard?
No.
Oh,
I'm a part of a family who usually goes to these things. I'm their representative.
oh. Well, how do you like it here in the city?
There's lots of people, lots of fun to be had.
Oh, yes. And this, the festivities, they last for, like until everybody, goes home, mostly. But they
That's
last
usually
for a
how
day
it
or two.
works.
But this sort of energy lasts for a day or two.
Yep. Yeah. So, what brings you here?
I hold up my violin.
You're looking to make it big in the big city?
Oh no, not here anyway. They don't look too favorably on Drow, but I like to come to the inner circle sometimes and enjoy things.
So why'd you approach me? Is there something you want?
Oh,
from
I just-
Dragonborn.
No, I just noticed you from the parade. They usually don't come to the bars or taverns afterwards.
Yeah. Well, I've never been one to follow protocol.
A rule breaker. I like that.
Yes, you're a rule breaker yourself.
Oh, maybe sometimes.
You want to grab a drink?
Sure.
Let's do it. And I'd like to grab somebody's drink.
Okay. Are you trying to be sneaky about it?
Yep.
Okay.
Another mage hand.
All right.
I'm just trying to... I literally just grab a drink.
They do not notice. I've been rolling like flat 20s for all these people noticing, and nobody is observant. They're deep in their
Wait,
drinks. You're
Are you
good.
just like setting your hand on the bar and like the drink sliding into the from
No,
down
I
the
see
bar?
it as like somebody's left their drink like on the edge of
Gotcha.
a table.
They have
and
their-
I'm just
their
like letting
shoulder
it
turned
slide
just
off and just
so.
go into my hand. Well, I got
Gotcha.
my drink. Let's go buy you one.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
Go get another drink.
While they're doing that, I'm gonna roll another perception check. Am I like on the run, or
What?
am I like?
You asking
Do I
me?
have a
You're
way to
asking me
breathe?
just generally. Generally.
Yeah.
You've got room to breathe here. You're just generally as though your state of mind is like, as long as you stay away from like the towns where like stuff has happened, you'll probably be okay.
Okay. Okay. Well, not a great perception roll. Yeah, I'll go ahead and join them at the bar since they seem to be the most interesting people in the room.
Well, I mean, look at him. He's very interesting.
Hey, you. I'd like to buy another drink.
Yeah, go for it. Same as before.
No. I mean, maybe. Do you like just the hardest thing they got, or do you have a special drink you like?
Oh, I don't like getting like too tipsy around big crowds. But I will take another ale.
Another ale?
Yes, please.
She'll take an ale. Make it a nice one.
Sure, you got it. And then he sets you up with your drinks again.
I'll slide up next to them and just kind of say, I'd be careful asking him about the hottest thing he's got. He's got a dirty mind.
Ooh, does he?
Me? Wait, you mean me or the
Who?
bartender?
The bartender, yes.
Oh, you know him.
You talking to, dude?
No.
I'm just doing my job. Not trying to perv on anyone.
Yes, it's called banter. Don't worry about it. So
Okay.
that was a good set you have there. It's
Oh,
interesting.
thank you. I am sort of new playing it. I'm also trying to learn how to play the flute, but my embouchure's not quite right. But we're getting there. What brings you into town? I was just talking with Fisk. He is here. He's looking to have some fun. What brings you in?
Oh, you know, the parade, sights, sounds, crowds, and all that. Another round of drinks then, huh? Suppose I'll join you.
Insight! I have nothing to insight, but I want to insight the shit out
Oh
of
yeah,
it.
go for it. Go for it.
Like
It'll
the
be-
first
Sure,
9
it'll-
episodes of like season 2 of Critical Role. Somebody was like, I like rabbits, and everyone was like, insight.
Yeah, it'll be up to whatever Andrew wants to tell you.
Yeah, I had a feeling my insight was shit.
12.
Nice. You can tell that when Vander says crowds, he's kind of like scanning to see if he sees anyone. He's definitely like trying to make sure he's under the radar. Van, by the way.
Oh, Valison.
Van.
Wow, Van and Val.
Vincent.
Has a nice ring to it.
And you?
With all these V's now, I wish I was Visk, but I'm Fisk.
Van,
If you'd
Val,
like
and
to,
Fisk,
if you'd
okay.
like to be Visk, we could call you Fisk.
I honestly don't really care. You can call me either.
Oh,
But we should probably decide now, because, well, otherwise you're just going to keep on calling me different things, and that's going to get confusing. So I'm just going to open up a little, like, name your player here.
no. We will
but
call
you
you.
only have 2 options. It's either Fisk or Visk.
I can't even change the vowel. What is this?
No. We will call you Fisk. That is a good name.
Okay.
Barkeep, sorry about the jab earlier. I'll take a little top off if you don't mind.
I don't. It's my job. And then it'll
Thank you.
fill you back up there.
I will
Uh,
drop a couple silver.
Cool. Who did
Do
I
I
not?
have any kind of sixth sense about this Vander Warren? About, like, if he's a fellow rogue, just by the way he's dressed and everything else?
I mean, that'd be up for you guys to find out.
He's quite dashing.
He is quite dashing. He's also wearing a robe, but if you look at his feet, you'd notice that he has like leather boots that are a little on the darker shade.
I'm an insight.
All right. Where do you keep your special bandana, by the way, Van?
I think right now it's
We've been running with ambient for too damn long.
Okay.
I think right now it's kind of like armband up here. So
Okay.
like if I reach for something, it might pop out a little bit, but usually it's like under the cloak.
Okay. All right. Tavern music. Yay.
Yeah.
And in fact, I'll reach out to grab the flask after he tops it off, and
Mhm.
it'll peek out a little bit, and I'll just kind of.
Okay. So yeah, you see a little. You notice that then, Fisk, with your thing there. You notice some. You notice this interesting bandana hidden under his clothing. Whatever Fisk would gather from that.
Okay. So, sorry, I was just going back. I forgot to add in my cowl. So, sorry, can you repeat that one more time of what I noticed about him?
You just
When
noticed. Sorry.
Oh, sorry. When I reach over to grab my tankard after the barkeep fills it, the cloak kind of pulls back, and there's this bandana that doesn't quite fit in with the rest of what I'm wearing, just kind of
Mhm.
tied around my arm.
Okay. I'm gonna look over to him, and I'm gonna kind of like leer my head out, and I got like a pretty long neck. Kind of peer my head out. I'm just gonna say, "You like to party?"
That depends on the party, but I'm prone to say yes.
I had a feeling. Hey, you two, let's do something fun.
What would you like to do?
I don't know, live up the town some, dude. You know, you just things, get into some trouble, get into some kind of adventure. We're here out in the big city. I don't want to just be doing this boring diplomat stuff the whole time.
Oh, that's right. You are from the mountain, right?
Yeah.
You know, I love my share of trouble, but prefer to lay low tonight. Well, you know
Surely
what?
there are other locales that we can visit.
Sid
On
and
second
Andrew, did
thought,
I
if
give you?
there's-
Did I? I'm realizing now. Did I give you your specific reasons for being in this tavern? Because if not, I'll just have to tell you now.
No, I don't think I got mine.
Okay.
I didn't get mine either.
Okay. That's fine because it's what's gonna bring you guys together anyway.
good.
Sid, you're supposed to meet a certain individual here.
Ah,
And Andrew, you are supposed to meet someone who you've never met, but who contacted you for work. An individual by the name of Anvir.
in that case, can I actually take a quick look around and see if he is here?
Go for it.
Okay.
And the other two would probably notice that you are doing that.
Yeah.
This is killing me. This is fucking killing me.
You
Val
look-
is cursed too. Val is cursed too. This is it.
Well, you
Are you
don't.
looking for somebody? You look like you're scanning the room.
Oh, I am looking for a friend of mine. I was supposed to meet him a little earlier, but either he was late or maybe he's not coming.
What does he look like?
Kind of a stern face. He has sort of short, well, it's long hair for him. It is hair to his shoulders. It is dark.
All
I
right, so
don't-
just real quick, DM, with a 15, do I see him?
No.
Can I?
Oh,
Sydney says it. You want to like just looking. You just want to punch him in the fucking face. That's what Sydney said.
Van, you don't see him either.
Dang. Well, I see plenty of punchable faces in this room, but none with a long bob cut.
I mean, he makes it work though. It
I'm
isn't
sure
like
he
like a
does. I'm
bob.
sure
It
he
is- It
does.
is longer. If you'll excuse me just 1 second, I will I would like to take a quick look around before we leave, you know? Just so then I'm sure I did not miss him.
Well,
Certainly.
yeah, I don't want to keep you.
I will hop off that bar stool and I'll make a round.
Okay.
I guess, like a nice pause after she leaves, I'll turn to Fisk and say, well, I suppose with a crowd this big, I could afford a little trouble. What do you have in mind?
Well, I've just kind of been using my magic to knock some shit over and stuff. I look over and try to find somebody with shoelaces, and I would like to tie their shoelaces
All right, go
while
for
they're
it.
sitting down and not have them notice. Can I roll another sleight of hand?
Yes, you can.
I am in love with this character, Richard. I am so very happy.
Ooh,
All right. So as you're doing this, as you're tying, you see that the person like kind of like adjusts their foot and stirs a little bit, almost as if they are noticing what's happening. But it's just turns out they're just shifting in their seat. They don't see you do it. But it seems close. It seems like
am I successful?
you were
in doing it?
you're successful. But it looked close there for a second.
That was close. We should move to the other side of the bar. Just in
I'll
case.
find you. I'll work on I'll work on the groundwork you've built, and I'll kind of like pull off my robe and hand it to him. And
Okay.
there you can see he's got more of like the dark leather thing going on.
Mhm. I like.
Pardon?
I just saying I like what you got going on.
Thank you. Okay.
It feels like you've made this weird. It wasn't meant to be weird.
Now I generally do that. Vander's going to pull a deck of cards out and start shuffling and walk towards the person whose shoelaces he tied. And as he walks up, he's just going to say, "Would you like to see a trick?"
Magic triggers? Sure, that sounds fun.
Oh, is there any other kind? And basically, I'll start, doing the whole pick a card, shuffle things.
I'm not gonna remember the card, but it's this one. I picked that.
That's
I picked
just
that one.
fine. This one's for me. Basically, what I want to end up doing is have him kind of stand up, place 2 cards in each hand and extend them out, and then do something to make him, like, try to...
Walk.
I'll stick a card under a mug on a different table and then say, is that your card over there? And when he goes to collect it, he will hopefully trip on his shoelaces.
All right. How do I get there? And then
Nice performance.
coupled
I
with
told you it was Andrew. The magic is Andrew.
so coupled with being drunk and Fisk's prank and everything, he gets up and then just tips right over, probably knocks over like some other drinks as he goes down. Just complete wipe out.
Does it start a riot? Does it start?
It's probably just
Fisticuffs?
nearby people probably just point and laugh.
Ah!
Excellent. I will
This
help
guy
him
can't
up.
handle his booze.
Milk
I'm going to
drinker.
help him up
Hey, guys,
and try to, like, lift something from him. Any small trinket I can grab from him, I'm going to, like, lift
Okay.
from him as I help him up. Oh, that wasn't part of the trick, actually, but you're certainly entertained. That
Okay.
bit killed.
Give me a sleight of hand.
Oh.
Spoke
Yeah.
too
So
soon.
whatever you're reaching for, he's just like, hey, you keep your hands to yourself. I may be drunk, but I got standards, buddy. And then he sits back down, just goes back to his
So-
drink.
It's okay, you're not my type anyway.
That's a shame. It could have been mine. And he goes back to his drinking. Valison, you've made your rounds, but you did not see Anvir anywhere in here.
Well, that is frustrating. He was supposed to be here. We were supposed to meet. I wish I had sending. That's not a spell until I have later.
You do know, however, that he has a backup place.
Yes.
But I don't know. Maybe you want to keep waiting. Who knows? Any further roleplay you guys would like to do between the 3 of you before we fast forward a little bit?
Because we said we were going to go and do some fun and games out in the city, I feel bad for just leaving, so I'm going to just dip by Fisk and say hello. I actually have to go. He is not here. I have to go
You have
find
to,
him.
you have to go.
Yes. I cannot show you around this evening. I'm so sorry.
Well, wait, can't we go with you? We can help you find him.
I do not think he would be very comfortable. I can take you to another bar just along the way, but I think he would, I think he would
The
get a
streets
little
are
mad.
dangerous at this time of night.
For the record, no one's asked for or said his name yet among you 3.
Who is this fellow you're dying to meet anyway?
Oh, his name is Anvir. And he is my employer.
And that's the same name that
Yeah,
I'm...
that's the name that you're supposed to meet here as well.
It seems we've been double booked for the same date.
Oh,
Wait, does everybody get on a date but me?
do you need to look for Anvir too?
I don't think so.
Oh,
But
that would be
I-
very fortuitous.
I gotta admit though, guys, I kind of like both of you. You're cool. If you don't mind, I'd kind of like to stick around, if that's okay.
Strength in numbers and all that.
Yeah,
Like you said,
that.
the city is dangerous at night.
Hey, as soon as she
Well, I'm
says
used to
that,
sneaking out at night.
as soon as she says it's dangerous, door kicks open, music stops, and a
Oh,
city
no.
watchman just yells out, "Hey, everybody, listen, listen! The orc ambassador Varuk is dead. City Watch orders everybody is to return to their home or inn for the evening for an immediate curfew. Thank you and have a safe and pleasant evening."
Fisk, my road,
Goodbye,
please.
vaguely sounding Kadash guard. Goodbye.
You know a lot of people around here, then.
That is not very good.
I didn't do it.
Well, it's just that, you
That's
know,
not
if
something you say, even if you did. You didn't do it, right? No.
I don't.
Never mind. I don't want to know.
Here. But that is very concerning. We should probably go.
Yeah, I don't really want to stick around if diplomats are getting killed. I ain't going back.
Sid,
You're not going back.
you know that the backup place, should you not be able to meet Anvir, you know he keeps a room at an inn relatively nearby.
Then I will go there. It's probably not very smart to go home from here, giving
Right,
Victor
we
to
should go there.
and the
Of,
current company.
of all the races, what's the most common race where we are?
Where you are,
Octane is elf and
like
human
humans,
and
elf,
half elf, right?
yeah.
All right, so mostly elves or mostly human, you think?
It's probably mostly human. I'm gonna say it's probably like 40% human, 30 half elf, 30 elf. But it's
Alright,
like
well,
a plurality of humans.
In that case, I'm not trying to get killed, and people might know who I am.
Oh, I don't have this artwork ready.
Oh. So, anyways, I'm going to shift into a human-looking guy.
All right.
Oh,
Yeah, I don't have
what
the.
do you look like?
What does he look like?
Yeah.
Well, he looks like a human arcane trickster.
I don't have the art downloaded. Why did?
I think we all know.
How did
I think
that
we
get
all
on
know
screen
what
just
he
now?
looks like.
How'd your token just get on screen, Andrew? That was weird.
I played around. I went to
I think
the
you can
sheet,
drag and
clicked-
drop yourself in.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Okay, give me. Tell you what. Let's pause briefly because I need to fix a stream thing anyway.
Wonderful.
When we come back, we'll see what Fisk turns into.
Alrighty.
And I'll have a tall beer.
all
Before
right.
we leave,
Yeah,
I just
I'm
want you
gonna
all
have
to
a
know that you guys are
tall
very,
water.
very delightful.
All
I
right.
enjoy it.
Let me mute
I'm
us real quick, and we'll be right back. everybody is unmuted, and I'm gonna bring us back in. Okay, hey everybody. What I needed to fix here on the stream is fixed, so now we're actually moving in our pictures as opposed to before. Apologies for that. Actually, I'm gonna do a quick extra crop there.
Oh
Boom.
God, was
okay.
it? Were we just sitting there stagnant the entire
Yeah,
time?
it was like we were getting like very little movement every once in a while, but it's fixed now. It made things a little more annoying on my end as we continue this, but hey, whatever, it is what it is.
And all those dumb faces I make, just pointless.
Yeah, it's
Pointless.
all right. We'll be seeing them now. Hey, we've only been doing this 2 years, you know.
Fine.
I can't use it's the first episode excuse because we've been doing this for 2 years. Granted, I've only run the streams like what 3 times, but whatever. Okay, we're back. Tavern music's back. We're back from commercial break. When this guy yelled out, "The Orc Ambassador is dead. There's a curfew. Everybody go back to your home or you're in." And fun fact, just a little inside baseball. I made somebody rolled a D12 or something for me a couple months back, and that determined who died. And Sid rolled the 8 or the 9 that determined that the orc was the one who was going to die.
Now I feel bad.
Sid's also
It's your fault, Sid.
But Sid also got to start with a point of inspiration for also a reason I don't remember.
I think it was a bet we had.
Something. But Sid's the only one who got to start with that, so, you know, evens
We have
out.
weird bets.
You
I'm
kill
just
a-
like, hey, I bet a thing.
Yeah, you killed a key character, you got an inspiration point, you know, whatever. Okay, so anyway, that just happened. And we're back.
Yes, I would like to leave and go to the inn that Omvir usually has. I do not feel very comfortable going all the way back home.
So you know that it's a place called the West Wall. It's pretty close to here. You're still in the kind of fairly decent section of town, FYI. You guys aren't really in the slums quite yet. But anyway, that's where you guys would like to go. And I'm assuming she's not going alone.
Would you guys like to come?
Oh,
It is
definitely.
another inn. You guys can at least get, you know, a room or something.
Sure, yes.
Well, you got to meet the same guy anyway, Van.
Yes.
But I mean, you know, for Fisk, he may not know him, and there's bad things happening right now in the capital, so
Yes,
he
very.
might need
Let's
somewhere
move.
to stay. So we are going now.
Okay,
Come
so
on, vamonos.
Fisk, you
Everybody,
didn't have
let's go.
anything to do with this, yes?
Sorry,
I
say
think
again.
you did.
You
Say
didn't
again.
have anything. You didn't have anything to do with this, right?
I didn't.
Okay.
you can inside that if you want. It'd still be up to Richard to tell you what he wants to tell you.
It is just very
Wait,
strange.
here's a question to the DM. I didn't have anything to do with this, right?
No, you didn't. You didn't.
Okay. Make sure I'm not missing a note.
you would have to know that. I would have to tell you that.
Okay.
I was shithoused. I woke up. He was dead. I don't know what to tell you.
All right, so you guys start moving.
Hey, I know this map.
Yeah. You guys should have token control here.
There's a torture
Look out
place beneath there.
What? Oh my god, it is!
Yeah, this is a big throwback, isn't it?
Wow, yeah.
Everybody good? Everybody sees? Everybody, can you guys move your tokens? Just to...
Yes. And I'm going to plug stuff in. Doo-dah,
Okay, you guys cool. All right, cool.
doo-dah.
Yeah, plug in what you need to plug in. All right. Well, someone
So
just DM'd me on Discord, but that's going to go unanswered for a while.
What was I gonna say? So I have what you call?
Oh, I'm
it?
sorry. Did you want your human form?
Yes,
or-
I am
okay.
going to use my human
All right,
form right now because I don't
I-
want
I
anyone to
will
recognize
say-
me, and nobles are getting killed. So
I do need to grab that. For
You
now,
look so much better in this picture.
Yes.
I just wanted a bigger one to like show people off.
To be fair,
do a little
the other
RP.
one's probably more accurate.
Do some RP on the way to the inn while I get this thing I need to get.
Okay. So, how do you know this guy?
Both of you.
Oh, I work for him.
How'd you come to work for this guy?
Oh, you know, it's just living in the outer ring. You have to kind of get work where you can, and he gave me a job.
What kind of work do you do?
Oh, nothing really. I just run errands mostly. It's very boring. But he said that he needed a footman, so I just do all of his footwork.
What about you, Vander?
Well, know a guy who knew a guy who needed a job done, and that brings me here.
Have you met him before, Vander?
No, just a name.
Oh.
You know what? Screw you guys. I'm going by Visk. Look at that. VVV.
Fuck off!
And yeah,
Nerd.
he turns into his human. He turns into his human form there.
Fuck off!
You look awfully familiar.
Why is this haunting me?
Oh, guys, are we abusive?
2 years. 2 years.
Was that literally like the first time you played with our group when that happened?
It was. I think it was my very second. It was my second time ever playing Dungeons and Dragons.
You got
Richard
betrayed
threw her
by
into
a
a-
PC. That's so
The
good.
first time. Yes.
All right, this is as big as I can get him basically on this. Oh no, I can keep going.
You could get him smaller.
Hold on, I'm
Nope,
cropping. Because I'm moving it. Just
All right.
stop moving it for a second. I'm trying to just crop the head so that way. That is my. I'll message you it. So that's my human form.
Okay.
You look very familiar, and I do not like this.
I mean, I can crop it myself later. Don't worry about it.
You look so
I
charming.
just
I'm
I just
so
sent
glad.
it to you.
I'm gonna delete
as
it real
my-
quick anyway, since it's covering all of my screen too.
I'm so glad that you got your fucking OBS fixed for that event.
I really did have to fix it though. That wasn't just a bad cover. I really did have to fix it. And now it
I
actually.
thought we were going to be friends.
Okay, so y'all start. It's north of where you are now. You're almost there to the inn.
We are almost here, friends.
Do y'all wanna? All right, so pause right about when you get up to those boxes.
Oh, right here.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh
Can-
God. Am I going to get mugged?
That's up to you.
Oh, okay.
Can you move yourself, Richard?
Yeah.
Okay, I was just making sure because it's not moved on mine. I was just making sure it was.
Oh, sorry.
working.
Yeah.
Just making sure everything's working like it should. Okay, everybody, roll me a perception check. Nice.
Ooh.
Man, I am rolling well for a guy with a -1.
All right, between all of you guys, you're able to spot some people kind of lurking in the shadows there. Val, you notice there are actually some fellow drow,
I did notice that.
and they just see you and they say, "Ew, what is this one doing with strange friends moving through such a dark alleyway when there is a curfew?"
What are you doing out here if there is a curfew? Shouldn't you be back home?
I could be, but it's a lot easier to get what we want when people aren't supposed to be on the streets.
That
I
is
know the
very
feeling.
Well, we've got
No.
3 Vs. How about one more? Perhaps a vendetta.
Voila!
I do not
Voila.
know. I do not know what this means, but I
Indeed,
do
a
know.
valiant veteran cast
and-
vicariously as both victim as villain as vicissitudes of fate.
Jesus.
You
This
memorized all of
facade.
that.
I loved that movie.
That was pretty impressive. I've never actually seen the movie, but I read the graphic novel.
It was very, very different.
So these two start rounding toward you guys a little bit more.
Do they have weapons drawn, or are they
Oh,
just looking imposing?
There, so at this point, as they walk around, the one says, as he was saying to your V for Vendetta reference, "I do not know what this is you speak of, but I do know that you ought to perhaps hand over whatever valuables it is you are carrying."
You know, you can go find a much easier target. There is a lot of people leaving the Alabast.
Yes, there are, and 3 of them are right here, and they look like they could use a little lightning, shall we say.
Well, I've got a few valuables. One moment. and I'll kind of like toss off the robe, and there's that bandolier of like throwing knives and like daggers in sheaths like all over me.
All right.
I'm like, here's a couple shiny things, and I'm just going to like grab one of the throwing knives and just whip it right into the guy's
Alright.
chest.
We're gonna call that initiative.
Yeah. Since he hasn't acted in combat, I also get those tasty assassin perks.
That's true. But let's just go ahead and do an initiative because they're ready to fight too. You're not really taking them by surprise here.
Yeah.
That's fair. Okay.
I do not understand. I am a drow. You know I don't have anything of worth. And yet you were picking me to fight with and steal my things. I do not...
All right, we got 15 for. Did you roll an initiative, Sid?
Yeah, I got 15.
Oh, you did.
You can go
Okay.
ahead of me.
All right.
Are you sure?
Yeah, you have the higher dex. I'll give it to you.
Sid,
Okay.
roll me another initiative because you tied with these guys.
Well, wait. If I tied with them, I want to see if I can beat them too.
Okay. Well, they got a 6 this time. Okay. Yeah.
All right, that works.
So y'all are going first.
Oh, great.
Do your thing.
Oh, great.
Or let's see. Evander got
My
an
thing.
11.
My thing.
There we go. Okay. Val is next first. Yep.
I'm first? Son of a biscuit.
You
This
are
is-
first.
And
There's
right
a dude
next-
right next to
Oh,
you.
actually, sorry. No,
this
I'm sorry.
guy?
That was to break the tie between all of you. Vander
Oh,
is
boy.
actually first, as
Oh,
is
boy.
appropriate with his daggers.
Sweet.
I am not sure.
Wait, Vander got an 11. He should be last.
He got an 11, but you all tied with a 15. Yeah, my bad.
Right.
Right.
All right.
So I guess like the second I drop my robe, I'm like saying snarky shit, and they're all
But they're all just actually fighting while you're
Yeah, it's
monologuing.
like, what? Oh wait. Ah, damn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
well,
When you pull out your two knives, my tail comes out of my my robe, and I've got a short sword and a dagger.
hell yes. Did you take 2 weapon fighting too?
Ah,
I thought you just naturally
this
can
sucks.
do that
It is
when,
not for this.
but you don't
Okay.
get the same
Yeah, it.
Like, bonus to attack. But I think you can just do that if you have.
You
There's a
can.
thing about stowing and drawing 2 weapons at a time.
The guy.
All right, let me bring up some
immediately
combat music real quick
to-
for myself.
You could have been
Oh,
holding
yeah,
it under
sorry.
the robe the whole time. I don't know.
I got some pulled up. You can pull some up for yourself.
Okay.
I just gotta skip past this El Royale trailer in theaters at some point.
This should be really confusing to people because I'm currently a human, and then you just see this big tail come out from underneath his robe.
I do not understand what is happening. Okay. The guy to
This
my
combat music
immediate
is way more
left-
epic than it needs to be for some street thugs, but whatever.
What
damn. Weird.
what is he wearing?
I found
exactly?
some on my own, Andrew. It's not in there.
Oh, okay.
What are they wearing? I'm nothing. They're wearing chain shirts, according to this. Chain shirts, but then just probably some just street clothes. Otherwise, nothing terribly great.
Well, I was just curious if it was metal.
Chain is metal.
Okay. So I won't be doing that immediately anyway. I would like to point to this gentleman. I am gonna do dissonant whispers.
Okay.
He needs to make a friggin' save, a wisdom saving throw.
A wisdom saving throw. Okay.
Yes.
What's he need to beat?
13.
Well, he
because
rolled
I'm
He rolled a. Oh no, I had mods on. I should not have
Baby.
mods on. He got a 15.
Fuck. Well, anyway. Let's see.
So did you take half or none?
Creature. Hold on. He might take none. On a successful save, the target takes half the damage. Oh, yeah, half damage.
Okay, so he's gonna
He
take.
doesn't move away. Okay.
All right.
Well, he takes 9 damage.
So 4 damage to him.
And then, yes.
Okay.
And then, hold on. Oh, that's weapon attack. Okay.
In that case, as my bonus action, I would like to give one of these gentlemen, bardic inspiration because that's sort of my job. uh, I'll just tell Visk because he changed his name to Levi.
Yes. Yeah.
I'll just tell him, you're stronger than them. They are just street thugs. You get them.
All right.
Shit. Sorry, cat. Cat.
All right, and now it is Fisk's turn.
Alrighty. You mean Visk?
I don't. They can call you that. I'm not changing the overlay. The overlay took too long to make. I'm not changing it.
Alright, fair enough. I mean, I already changed his name on the thing. So,
Yeah, I know. I just have a different overlay.
I like how
here.
that was the fucking long con, by the way, Richard.
It really was.
I literally just realized the BBV, and I didn't realize until all our names were right next to each other. So seeing these two guys right in front of me, he's like, "I have a better idea," and he's gonna whip around, and he's gonna sneak attack this guy right here.
Oh, thank you so much.
So I would like to roll. As far as what I've read, 5e lets you attack with 2 weapons. You just don't add your ability modifier damage to the second one.
Correct.
Okay. So
Yeah.
it's quite a bit
it's
different than
when
3.5 days.
It's like when you attack, you can bonus attack with the offhand as a bonus
Right.
action.
Oh.
Well, that's what I'm doing.
But you take it with none of the extra things.
Right. So that's a plus.
It's you don't get the bonus, but I don't think you get the proficiency either. I think you got to roll it flat. We can double check it later, but you definitely don't get the
I'm
bonus
looking at the rule
least.
right now. All it says is you don't add the ability modifier to the damage of the bonus attack unless the modifier is negative.
Okay.
That's the only difference.
Okay.
And
Go
it has
for
to be
then.
2 light weapons. That's also...
Yes, that is the other important thing. Okay.
Yep.
Just go for it then.
Alrighty.
It's been a long time since Dash has, started wheeling
Here's
too.
the short sword.
Well,
First attack roll of the game.
We are going to die. I should not have gotten attached.
yeah, you realize you're gonna stab your teammate, right?
Yeah. I try to lunge forward, and I imagine it grazes her.
Yeah. Too bad that was with the
Alright.
primary one. Go ahead and roll your other attack first.
Oh my god. Oh, what?
All right.
Have you been hanging out with
Okay.
Will Wheaton?
We're here. Okay. You were going
Wow.
to. Here's what's gonna happen because you're trying to do this around a corner too.
Yeah.
You swing one. Your primary. Are you left-handed or right-handed?
I gave you bardic inspiration, and then you just come over and
Literally
you hit
stab
me.
her in the back.
Yeah.
All right. What is his primary hand, Richard?
I'm trying to...
To get over it.
Don't read in.
My gut instinct is he is left-handed with the sword, and then right-handed with the dagger.
Okay.
That
So,
is fine.
with the man, this is funny. Okay, so when
don't bite me.
you went to swing your sword, you missed and just kind of hit the corner of the building and dropped it. So you're
Okay.
gonna have to just do one attack next time. But then your dagger, as you came around, you did kind of nick Sid's character a bit. So just roll the dagger damage.
It works out because they were both ones.
Yeah.
Hey, at least I don't add my ability modifier damage to it.
Yeah.
Still,
But you still do the
This
full
is
4
just the
damage
More
to her.
damage. Jeez.
Oh dear. Oh dear.
you guys are never gonna trust me in battle again if this is the first impression.
All right, so you deal 4 damage to your new teammate.
I'm sorry, I'm tripped.
Ow.
All right. So, this one that's standing right in front of Valison just kind of laughs. Just goes, alright, that's how this fight's going to go, I guess. He gets a 13. Does a 13 hit you, Sid?
Ooh, it meets it
Okay.
because baby character.
Alright, yeah, fair enough. It's going to deal 3. Should be piercing
dear.
damage. I believe he's got a short sword. So yeah,
This is how your bard
3
dies.
piercing damage to you. Alrighty.
Okay.
Meanwhile, this next guy runs up to Van. And he also takes a swing with his short sword. I'm gonna 5 definitely doesn't hit you. Actually, he nat 1'd.
Awesome.
It's just a game of futility.
So he ran up to you. He was so excited to get in, and he tripped and fell prone.
I will laugh at him.
I'm just,
Do I cause emotional damage?
I don't think so. We just mark this guy as, prone.
Can we mark him as bummed out, too?
Yeah, definitely bummed out. Meanwhile, guy up top fires a crossbow bolt at you, Van.
Oh, shit.
But I do not think a 12 is going to hit you.
It will not.
All right. But now it's your chance to fire back.
Sweet, sweet, sweet. So I guess I pull out a dagger in one hand and a throwing dagger in the other.
Okay.
And I'm going to just whip that throwing dagger at Crossbow Boy.
Okay. That might not hit.
Yeah.
It does not, unfortunately.
Dang. And can I go ahead and try to stab at the prone dude with my other hand?
And he is on the ground, so you do actually get that with advantage.
And since I have 2 weapon fighting, I go ahead and do it as normal, right?
Yeah.
If you have 2 weapon, yeah.
Yeah, if
Okay,
you have 2
cool.
weapon fighting, go for it. And you are at advantage.
Jesus.
Oh
Christ.
my
Oh,
god.
at advantage.
Yeah, you're at advantage. He's prone. Okay.
Okay, 14 to hit. And
So
That doesn't hit, does
you,
it?
yeah, you stab down and you just kind of clink. He might be down on the ground, but you still kind of clink off his chain armor.
that sucks, but holds.
And we go back to Valison.
Guys, we are rocking it.
This is the worst.
You said he is wearing chain.
Correct. All right.
Fuck off with 4 fucking damage. Fuck.
Do we need to burn some? Do we need to burn a smudge? And,
Yes.
Like, please.
Remind me how this
Anyway.
works.
I think we need to burn some incense
so
or something and
I
like
choose-
cleanse
Everything. I choose a manufactured metal object, such as that armor,
Okay.
that I can see within range. I cause the object to glow red hot. Any creature in physical contact with the objects takes 2d8 fire damage when I cast a spell. Until the spell ends, which is a minute, I can use it as a bonus action and give them that pain once again.
Okay. So you heat
If
that
the
metal.
creature's holding or wearing the objects, it takes damage from it. The creature must succeed on a con saving throw or drop the object, but he's wearing it.
Yep. So we'll just ignore that part. All right. Well, you
Yep.
heat him up real good, and that hurts. He's not happy about that. Now we move on to Visk. I will change that for the overlay. I'm not gonna open up a Photoshop file now in the middle of a stream.
Would be great if I had this.
Oh, that's
in the-
fine. I am going to do. You know how sometimes like a running back will do like a weird like twist thing as they like move through people.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Don't
that's
forget
what
you
this
need
is.
to pick up what you dropped.
Actually, I dropped a short sword, but I've got another dagger in tow. So I'm taking out my other dagger, and I am going to whip around and get that later. But I'm like whipping in between my 2 allies.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm really determined to get this guy. The guy on the ground, I feel like Vander's got, but I really want to get this guy that I failed to last time.
Okay.
So
Please do.
I'm gonna really try not to nat 1 again.
You know, we're nervous. This is our first. We're in front of new people.
Yeah.
We're in front of new people.
Sorry, new body.
All right.
Yeah,
so
you totally
that is like I like whip around and like quickly get up and under
Cool.
for a sneak attack with a dagger, and then I'd like to take another attack with a dagger.
Sure. Well, with your hold on, with the dagger or with your
I have 2 daggers. I don't. My short.
Oh, but you
sword's on
dropped
the
your
ground.
short sword. Yes, okay. Well, your second attack will not hit. Although
Alright,
you do
that's
have your
alright.
inspiration.
I
up to you.
assume it doesn't hit because I'm going to kill this guy on the first blow. That's what I'm going with.
Okay. It's
Alright,
it's
so that's
entirely
a-
possible.
So that is a 1d4 plus 3, and then I'll roll my sneak attack.
Cool.
Oh my god, min damage.
All right. And give me your sneak
Plus-
attack.
Plus
Alright.
10! 14 damage to him!
Describe how you take this guy down.
Yeah,
Good
that is
job.
exactly how I do it. I whip around and I just go up and under and stab him like right through his gut. Now, question: my second attack, had I known that would have killed, my second attack would have gone to the guy on the ground, which I could have done at advantage. Can I roll one more time to see if I hit that guy?
Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
you would have. I mean, you've done the same for us in the other campaign, so it's only fair.
I mean, it only makes sense.
Yeah, if you kill somebody, you're gonna just totally.
All right, I
you've
got one
the-
more
the
chance
6 seconds
to
to
just
do it. You
throw
know.
my dagger into this guy's head while he's on the ground. I miss. I chuck my dagger on the ground and it just clings near him, I assume.
I miss.
It's right in that gap between the armpit.
Yeah. All right. So I need to check
Oh dear.
something.
So I'm down to one. I'm down to one weapon. Sorry guys, I thought it was gonna be really cool. At least I got one.
I'm just glad that I wasn't the only one. Like, oh, I'm gonna try to do an attack, and they're like, no, we saved. Oh, okay, great.
Yeah.
I'm not the only one fumbling through it.
So this guy with the crossbow does like a sick barrel roll over here, and then he throws kind of some energy toward you, Visk. So give me a dex save.
At least it's not in a line or a cone.
That
Oh
was
Dex
dear.
save?
Yeah, give me a
That
dex
must be
save.
awful.
Oh, I'm good at those.
I should have taken cutting
Theoretically.
worms.
Haha!
Okay, so there's like a
I dodge
burst.
out of the way and
Yeah.
then
So it kind of
Allison gets hit.
so well it's a save. So it's kind of like suddenly for a second you get hit with like a burst, and suddenly you're like lighting up, but then it dissipates right away. So it doesn't actually stick to you, and you
Okay.
don't get fairy fired.
Nice.
Oh dear.
Yeah, like
Meanwhile-
do a little twirl around with my
Yeah.
cloak. And...
Meanwhile, this guy gets up. You took a stab at him, so he's just gonna take a stab right back at you. Fisk.
that could apply to both of us. Who were you saying? that
To Visk. And I'm gonna have to
Okay.
use the other one. 17.
17 will hit, but also I get a reaction.
Okay.
I'm gonna freaking hit that guy with my tail.
Okay. You're
my
gonna get hit.
lashing tail.
All right. You're hit for 6 damage. He actually
Ow.
rolled not max damage, but pretty close to it for his dagger.
That hurt. I'm gonna slap like my tail. For those of you that don't know, the tip of the tail is just about as sharp as a dagger, and it's just gonna go straight down and try to hit him back.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice. Scorpion style.
Yep.
It
Damn.
misses.
Wait,
Still
don't you have bardic inspiration?
You do
Oh, I
have bardic
do.
inspiration. It is low though. It is like a d6 right now.
Oh. Well,
It
a
is. It
15
is a
could do it.
D6.
If you max it out.
Well,
Well,
Lena, honey.
wait, don't I get advantage because he's on the ground?
No,
I
he's
think
no,
still
he
up.
got up.
Okay, all right.
But it's Vander's turn, and Vander will get some sneak attack too.
get him, Vander.
Yeah. I'm going to draw 2 more daggers, start juggling 2, go for a slash
Okay.
at dude right in front of me.
Okay.
Jesus.
Yeah,
What
you
is
don't hit
going
him.
on with our rolls?
Yeah, these have been.
And then,
I mean, this is a first. This is level 3
This is
encounter
low-level
here, but,
campaigns,
but
guys.
these are yeah. It is what it is.
our rolls are not supposed to be total garbo. And then I'm going to chuck one of the daggers over his shoulder at Crossbow Boy.
Okay. That'll hit Crossbow Boy.
Sweet.
And you do.
I
I don't get to do.
Max damage.
Yeah, you do max damage to him.
I unfortunately do not get to.
Yeah,
Use
you don't.
this.
You don't get
sneak
your
attack.
assassin stuff or your sneak attack, unfortunately.
No.
Now we go back to Valison.
So I have a question, and I need to stop talking like that when I have a question. Am I allowed? Like, I know that Fisk is like right in front of me. Am I allowed to like peek around him and shoot?
Yeah. I don't.
Okay.
Yeah, totally.
Then I would like to take.
I mean,
my
Vander
hand
just threw
crossbow.
a knife between him and the other drow.
But I mean, I didn't want to be like, "Hey, I'm gonna shoot," and everybody be like, "Dude, you got a person like
Yeah.
right in front of you."
No, because you're more like, oh, yeah. That's fine.
I would like to hit him, please. For a 13.
Well, you don't. You just miss. In the time it took you to like aim around Visk, this other guy was able to like dodge out of the way.
This is stupid. Hold on. Hold on. Do I not have any fucking...
As a bonus action, I would like to give Vander Bardic Inspiration now.
Nice.
And just be like, kill him. Kill him.
On it, love.
Do not hit me while you try to kill him like this one did.
Wouldn't dream of it.
He rolls a natural 1. Valison dies. That's me.
Sneak
Okay.
attack damage.
I just
Wrong way.
I just changed the name to Visk in my own personal outline, at least. So there you go. I'll fix the stream overlay for next time.
Okay.
Okay, where are we at?
Is that an actual change you're running with?
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it absolutely is.
I can't change it in OBS now because it's a Photoshop
Oh,
file I don't want to
God.
open. But
That's okay.
there you go.
I'm going to whip around yet again. Do another quick turn. I got all sorts of turns. I'm like Palpatine or something in
Ooh, be careful.
Revenge of the
Okay.
Sith. And I'm gonna frickin' stab this guy with my remaining dagger.
Okay.
Please hit him.
That's a
Yes,
23.
Definitely hits.
Yes, queen!
All right, so here's the dagger.
Okay.
God damn.
This is awful, guys.
And here's the sneak attack.
It's low level stuff. It is what it is.
Is this karma for making fun of Sydney?
Maybe.
With weed
Yes.
rolls?
But I also am getting affected by the karma.
I mean, it still hasn't stopped messing with you.
No, it doesn't. I almost got Finn killed.
Can I bonus action quickly duck down and grab my other dagger?
Yeah, I don't see why not.
Okay.
All right. Now we're on to these guys.
How bad is this guy looking after doing 10 damage to him?
Looks like you knocked him down to about half.
All right.
Meanwhile, a crossbow boy up there is going to take a shot at the drow that just took a shot at him.
Hey, no, fuck you.
He nat ones. So
Good.
crossbow jams on him.
Nice.
I think that makes the most sense for what's happening.
I think so.
And then
Everyone's rolling
Everybody
ones.
just sucks.
yeah, I know, right? Meanwhile, the one that is sandwiched between Fisk and Van just got attacked by Fisk. So excuse me. So he's gonna turn in, swing right back at him, but he got a 9, so that's not happening.
Question for me, real quick. No, for some reason I don't get a reaction when he misses, just when he hits. I
Interesting.
guess I'm not pissed off enough.
That is interesting. Huh. Okay. All right. Now it's Van's turn.
Cool. First dagger swipe. I'm back down to 2 daggers in my hands. So
Right there.
first swipe, 21 to hit.
Nice.
We are flanking, so I get that sneak attack damage.
You do.
So that's 17 damage.
All right. Describe how you finish him off.
I go to like stab up, and he kind of lifts his guard, and I just raise the dagger right into his throat. And then that dagger that I had up, I'm gonna go ahead and chuck at Crossbow Boy
Okay.
and see if that does anything. 22 to hit,
You
6
hit him.
damage.
What's the range on that? Is it 10 or 20?
20 to 20.
Oh yeah, 20. Sorry, I see it right there.
Sneak
Yeah.
attack is
20,
once
60,
per
yeah.
turn, yeah. So you're not gonna get it on this as
Right,
well.
Yeah.
But he does get to add his modifier though if he's got 2 weapon fighting.
Yep. So
Do you
that's
get
6 total.
Do you get a fighting style as assassin?
No, I am thinking of grabbing a rank or 2 in fighter just so I get those bonus attacks, because that could come in real handy with my
assassin,
style.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where do you get the 2 weapon fighting from then? Oh, human.
Feet. Yeah.
Feet, yeah.
Yep.
Makes sense.
And next feat I'm picking is going to be sharpshooter, which
Nice.
makes sense for my knife throwing stuff.
Nice. All right, now we go back to Valison. Maybe she can finish off Crossbow Boy.
Use my hand crossbow. Dick.
You do not finish off Crossbow Boy.
Use your hand crossbow deck.
I have wasted 2 fucking crossbow bolts doing this
We can pick it
nonsense.
up later.
I can because I didn't go anywhere. Oh my god. Hold on, let me check my shit.
Why don't you give me bardic inspiration so I can finish this guy off?
Because I wanted to do a cool thing with the bardic inspiration, but I will give it
Alright,
to you
then.
anyway.
Hey, you can do the cool thing.
No, I have to hit the guy to do the cool thing.
Okay.
Oh,
I will
is that a Whispers thing?
Yes. It was gonna be psychic blades, and it was gonna be dope as shit. But you could have the bardic inspiration. Kill the other guy.
All right, Visk, will you do that?
I'm gonna
Do it.
try.
I should have given myself bardic inspiration.
You
Can you do that?
Yeah, totally.
Big fuck.
Alright, I now have 2 daggers again. So attack number 1.
Is a hit.
Alright, and attack number 2.
Is not a hit.
Alright, well that's okay. It's just because I'm gonna kill him on the first one, like last time. With 5 damage.
You're not quite gonna kill him on the first one, but he's not looking too great.
Alright, I get a decent stab into him.
You do.
And I am going to continue moving around using my fancy footwork. Even though it's not technically fancy footwork, I'm gonna move there.
Okay. He throws down his crossbow, because it's jammed,
And he bites his thumb at you, sir.
and he rounds the corner to attack at you, but he rolled a 6, so it ain't gonna happen.
Ah.
Van, will you finish him off?
Yes, I'm going to draw a second dagger and just. I don't think I want to. I'm not throwing. No. Am I
Good
throwing?
choice.
It's within my character to throw.
He still gets sneak attack even if he's throwing, right?
Yes.
Yep.
It's already getting attacked by another person.
Does he get advantage being in that line or not? I can't remember.
It's not technically flanking.
Okay.
What?
You gotta be up
You
on
gotta,
their
yeah,
group
you
to
gotta
get
be,
it.
you gotta sandwich
Okay.
him. Otherwise, you
I'll
could be
just-
like on the other side of the battlefield and fire a
Yeah,
pistol and be like, "It was advantage."
Yeah. I have my own personal views on flanking, but we can get into that at another time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll draw a second dagger, run up, and hit him twice.
Oh my god!
Well, that second one, I'm going to go ahead and use that Bardic Inspiration.
Okay. On the first one, you overextend and stab your buddy.
Oh shit, I could have used the Bardic Inspiration for the last thing.
The Bardic doesn't help you get there.
No,
If
It
it
is only
certainly doesn't.
86.
I mean, you can't retroactively do it, Richard.
Okay.
Well, no, you can't reach that far with a dagger, so you're not actually going to stab your buddy. But that one, you reached out and probably just clanked off of the armor and you dropped one. And then the second
Oh
one...
no, that was at advantage. It's just a.
Oh, that was
8.
flanked. I'm sorry. Yeah, so
he's
you
got
just
another-
don't
he's
hit.
got-
Okay, so I do have
Another-
a second.
Yeah.
All right, this
Another
one is at
another wall.
advantage. Thank you for saving my butt there.
There you go.
Woo!
Describe.
And-
You just. There's no way that you won't kill him. So just if you want to describe it.
I think he goes to he's engaging with Visk over there, and I think he raises his He had a short sword, you said? Or dagger?
No, I have 2 daggers right now, just like you.
And then the crossbow boy?
We've just been getting them all in the right places.
Okay, well, crossbow boy goes for a strike, and I just, like, grab his face and, like, do a few quick jabs with the dagger into his throat area, and just, like, drop him to the ground.
Nice.
Oh dear.
I like the
Oh,
way you
dear.
fight.
Same to you.
So just for sake of, like, just logistics, I'll just say, like, ammo and stuff. Like, and Andrew and I talked about his throwing daggers. You just collect them off the bodies at the end of a fight. Like, we don't need to worry about all that crap. That just makes
You mean I
things-
can collect it off of the floor?
Yes.
I was gonna say, speaking of which, I'm gonna go get my sword off the floor.
Yeah, go pick your
Yeah.
stuff up.
I
And
think we get some nice dialogue and banter real quick. I like it. That's during that, like, I like the way you fight. Right back at you.
Yeah. You know what? You had these last 2. You can get them. I want to loot that one. And he's gonna go over. He's gonna loot the one that he killed. He feels like that's fair.
okay. So as
Allison, you helped out. Why don't you get that one next to you?
Oh, that is very generous of you.
Also, I'm sorry about.
Oh,
cutting you.
it is water under the bridge. You are fine.
I wish I had something to offer you for that.
It's no big deal. I can take care of myself, and I can take care of you too if you'd like.
Okay. I won't say no, but I still feel bad.
La la la. Well, it's only 4 points that you get, darling. So.
You know what? That might be all I need. That's close enough.
What do we get? What do we get? What's on the
So-
bodies?
well, I mean, there's the daggers that you saw them fight with, and you start taking off the chainmail, and
I can use
As
that for some
your-
chainmail.
sure, probably so. But as you're pulling it off,
Oh dear.
you kind of look up. You kind of come up like, hey, look, and then smash cut to like right in front of you. A couple city watchmen have come to
Oh,
address the
biscuit.
scuffle that was happening.
Sir, we've
Oh.
been attacked, but don't worry, we are okay now.
Oh yeah, I needed you guys to be
Worry.
surrounded.
We are just on our way to
Oh.
the inn where we will be resting after we had just been attacked, as I said.
I still look human, right?
Yeah, yes, you do.
I guess technically I have a con roll I gotta make.
Hmm.
I got hit.
Yeah, I guess so.
Okay.
Where did you? Who hit you? Well, it's gonna be the flat 10. It was no way it was above any of that.
All
Okay.
right. I kept my concentration. I'm still looking like a particularly
Cool. Yeah, you do
charming
still look human. So
arcane trickster.
these guards are all here. One of them. That's not what I wanted.
You there? You saw this whole thing happen. Oh, they're gone.
I want
They
the
ran
no. Sorry, I
away.
wanted the bigger one. I forgot it drops differently if you're on the token layer.
Oh, it's a giant.
So
it is
this,
a giant.
just to give you a better idea of what one of them looks like, he
These-
kind of.
These guys ambushed us.
Oh, let's go away. There we go. So this one steps
I
forward.
have to figure out Visk's human impression voice.
Okay. This guy steps forward. Yeah, looks like they did. Looks like they took you down, or you took them down. Yeah, looks like they're roughing you up. Listen, that's great and all. Proud of you for defending yourself. Rule though, supposed to be inside for curfew, so
We were on our way to the inn to abide by the curfew.
Yeah, we were doing our best.
you know, excuses. They only make things harder for yourself in the long run. So you guys are gonna have to come back with me.
So, do their things go to the lost and found, or did the...
Their things are gonna be seized by us, and well, frankly, so is everything you guys are carrying too.
Oh,
Have
That's
I
just
ever
the
seen
rules.
this fucker before in my life?
Go ahead. Let's roll. I guess it'd be history. It's gonna be a super low DC because
Well, she's a baby.
right? Would it be? It's history to recall what you would know about someone. Yeah.
Mhm.
I suppose so, yeah. Or it's
Yeah.
you just.
I mean,
know.
it's honestly, I'm gonna give you like a
Yeah.
DC 2 because you definitely know who this guy is. His
Okay.
name is. This will make more sense when Ryan's with us. This gentleman, Tristan Krager, aka Tris Krager, is the second in command of the City Watch here. So, you know, despite his kind of like, you know, real chipper, whatever attitude, dude definitely means business.
Mr. Krager, I have never caused a problem in this city. Why would I start this evening when a curfew is starting?
Listen, I understand your apprehension, but taking you in tonight's probably just going to be more for, well, I would say your safety, but clearly you can handle yourselves. Maybe for the safety of others. Either way, guys, those are the rules. I got to take you in.
Do you
Now-
have to take our stuff?
At least for now, till we get whatever this was all sorted out.
One question, quickly. Will we be getting our stuff back, or am I running?
If you might start running, but these guys all
No. I'm
are closing
waiting
in
for
a little more.
response. I'm waiting for a response for what he says to that.
Okay. Well, assuming you were just defending yourselves and all that shakes out when you speak to someone in the morning, sure. I don't see why you can't get your stuff back.
Fair enough.
Listen, I think we'd just like to get back to our homes. Or our inns, rather.
That can be arranged. But listen, due process and all that.
Oh, damn.
Very
Okay.
well.
Careful, I have plenty of sharp things on me.
Yeah,
So we're gonna be held through the night?
that's the plan. Yeah.
Well, then I guess this is inevitable. And he's gonna drop his illusion. Do you know who I am?
Should I?
I was in the parade.
He was in the parade. He was with the other Dragonborn.
Do I look
was
like
in
I
the
had
parade.
time?
Matt, with
I
the
didn't have time for
Dragonborn
parades.
class.
This body doesn't work
Everybody.
on itself, okay?
Everybody was watching the parade.
Yeah, well, not everybody. I was a little preoccupied.
Of course. You
Well,
Can't
listen.
skip leg day, ever.
I'm
Bruh.
part of the
Pulled
envoy
out a
of
monster.
diplomats here, and they're gonna be quite upset if I was taken by you when I was simply trying to get back with them. This will be an outrage.
Well, I'm sure if that's the case, then you guys should have no problem getting everything sorted out in the morning, okay?
I hate you.
That's fine, friend. I have nothing against you, and that makes you look like the jerk.
That makes me hate you more.
He is the second of command. He has a lot of pull. It is best to just listen.
Fine.
I'm sorry.
All right, so I gotta bounce you guys back. Coincidentally, dropping you on the Dragonborn in the meantime.
They're judging faces.
Okay,
You
so
should call Balazar. I'm sure he would be able to mind calm everybody.
Braun is not here, but the three of you are now hanging out in the holding cell in case there's any RP you want to do overnight.
Did they let me keep? I would have requested to keep like the deck of cards just so I have something to do.
They would let you keep that, but any weapons are
Sweet.
being like held in a, you know, in like an Elder Scrolls game where it's literally like when you get out of jail, you just press X on the box and you get everything back. Your
Mhm.
stuff is in one of those boxes.
Cool.
I do have something. I'm trying to get a picture real quick for you guys.
I would
I could
love to
refill my beer real
practice
fast.
my flute here, but I'm pretty sure that the guard would take my flute away.
I don't think you would be that bad at it.
It takes a little bit of work. It's the shape of the mouth that I can't quite get. There's a lot of shrieking when I practice. It's better to do it alone.
And I suppose there are some echoes in this jail cell. Are we like across from each other? Or
You guys are all in the same one.
Oh,
Would
sweet.
would you like to
Co-ed.
play a card game?
Of course I would.
Oh, great.
Did they take our cards? Because I actually have a deck of cards as well.
Yeah, they
I have
let you.
dice.
They're only gonna take weapons.
I
Okay.
totally have dice, guys. We could also play.
All right.
this.
Well, while you guys play cards, I actually do have something I'm gonna do. I'm gonna go over to the edge of the bars, and I'll look back to everybody and say, guys, this is gonna get a little weird. Just roll with it, okay?
It is already a little weird.
And with that, I'm gonna start disrobing until I am just in a loincloth.
Okay.
There's a picture.
This happened very quickly.
Yeah, I'll bring this up real quick for stream. Oh,
Cool.
that. Yeah. Nice.
Sweet.
I'm just going to disrobe to everything and be like, is this what you wanted? Is this what you wanted?
And the guard outside probably like got a cigar or smoking a pipe or something, just like, he's what? Is what I wanted? What are you talking about?
This. And I start like grabbing onto the bars, and if I need to, I'll do an acrobatics roll to like hang on to them. Just be like, is this what you wanted? Because this is what you're gonna get all night long.
Oh dear.
And then my tail's gonna come up, and I'm gonna like show my sharp teeth and be like, you can take my weapons, but you can never take my body.
Wow.
Right. You have fun over there then, friend. I'll just keep turning. I'll just turn back to what he was doing.
I guess it's official that I have a pipe now. I should put that in my inventory, right?
Sure.
It's official, totes.
Could I?
Oh dear.
Did they leave that with me, or do I need to bargain with this this jail peep?
They probably would have taken the pipe.
Ah,
They don't want you
Conveyor is
setting.
not going
There's
to
probably
be
like, you know, like some hay and whatnot on the floor in the cell, and they wouldn't want you being able to spark that.
well, that pipe's just smells amazing. Do you think I could get a puff of that, or do you want to bring me my own supply? No funny business this time.
What's in it for me?
Would you like to see a trick?
Suppose.
I'm gonna do that fancy trick where I I'm holding it and I kind of like spin the deck around, and when it passes over the card, it's a different card,
Okay.
and then start like flipping them around and just like do that thing where it's like I pull one card out, like shuffle the deck again, and then like slap the wall and pull that card, and it's just like keep making the same card appear out of all over the place, and then
Alright.
like reach behind his ear and pull it out from behind him.
Okay. Performance roll that for me.
Sure.
I would like to insight to see if I can see how he's doing the trick.
Okay.
It's not real magic.
It's up to you, Andrew. It's because your character. Is that enough? That he knows how to do the trick?
I
Where?
assume it's against his performance, and I
Yeah.
probably wouldn't.
Well, then
do
no.
it.
It's not bad.
That's pretty. But wait a minute. Let's see you do it again with my deck. And
So
I
I'm gonna
like.
play with the deck, friend.
Do it again with his deck. You do it with his deck, I'll get you all a pipe to smoke.
Yeah, let's do that. And so I reach into like the pocket in my clothes, which are still like scattered on the floor, and I like pull out a deck of cards, and give it to him.
Is it just a normal deck of cards?
Yeah, it's
Okay.
It's a playing set that
It's a uncommon magic item, the spontaneously combusting deck of cards.
Ha!
That would be a cool item, actually.
Yeah.
Is this your card?
Yeah, I mean, it's just sleight of hand, so I'll just do the same thing, just kind of dicking around with that, making the same card pop around.
You did performance before, though, so.
Okay.
Do a performance roll.
Same exact roll.
Same exact roll, same exact routine.
Damn.
It's not bad. You guys want to smoke, I'll give you one, but if anyone asks, they forgot to take it off you. It didn't come from me.
Fair
Right.
enough.
And yeah, he'll give you enough tobacco and give you your pipe back so that everybody can get a good nice smoke in.
Sweet.
And we will fast forward to the morning when your buddy Triss comes back in.
Long rest.
Did you guys actually like go to sleep, or would you have?
Yeah, I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna say, man, you know that weird feeling when you sleep in your clothes?
Yes, I have.
Well, I don't have that feeling. Ah. And I'm gonna put my clothes back on.
Right. So the guy Triss walks in as you're re-robing. Just, Well, I trust everybody had a nice, restful morning.
Good
Yeah.
morning, Gregor. How are you this morning?
Had better.
I am doing great. I woke up, I greeted the sun, jogged for a couple miles, then I came here to let you all know that, what the Dragonborn thing, said is true about the whole envoy thing. That's on us. We're gonna give you your stuff back.
Good.
If you could all follow me actually back to the circle, we would like to speak to you all about something.
Well, I didn't get my jog in today, Mr. Pep.
Oh dear.
Sorry, Captain Pep?
Do you know how long the meeting will be?
Oh, we're going to the building, not to meet with the people.
Gregor.
Sorry, I should have specified. I suppose that's the problem with naming
Oh.
things the same thing, said Tony to himself.
Oh no, I was confused. It was my mistake. I apologize.
No problem. Let's head out,
Wait,
huh?
wait. When you say Vegeta, do you mean the prince, the king, or the planet? Yes.
Yes.
So yeah, you guys all walk to the circle.
This is a long walk.
It is a long walk.
It's a decent walk, yeah. So he walks you in, and you go in, and both actually, yeah, perception rolls from all of you, but this is really only going to apply to two of you. And it's, yeah. Well, you
Damn.
especially would know this anyway. You know that the
Okay.
circle is built, like, the entire thing is, like, they basically, like, did, like, you know, in some of the spells, you cast them every day for, like, whatever time they're permanent.
Mhm.
Essentially, this entire building was made with, like, permanent anti-magic brick. So, like, no magic happens inside of this building. It just cannot.
Aw.
So actually, Fisk would know this too, because he's already been in here earlier. But anyway, so you guys, as you're walking in, that you get that feeling.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy.
So Triss drops you off, and there it is. I'm looking for something. He says, "All right, my boss says to talk to you guys for a bit. I'm gonna go get my smoothie game on. See you later."
Enjoy
Wait,
your
can you-
morning.
Can you come back and bring us smoothies?
He sees you do that tongue thing and is like, "Bye."
I really hope Ryan plays this like you did. This is wonderful.
Oh, this is not Ryan's character.
Oh, that's not Ryan's
No, this
character?
is not Ryan's
This is
character.
an amazing character, and I love him.
It will make a lot of sense when paired with Ryan's character, though.
Oh, boy.
If the name
Ryan's
didn't already,
character's gonna be a crotchety, angry.
if the
like-
name didn't already give anything away, then you will see.
That's true.
Either Ryan's character's name or this character's name. But anyway, he leaves and another individual enters the room, and it's token
Sam
version.
Jackson?
So,
Oh, okay.
all right, hold on. This is gonna
It is a weird shape, like little.
when you
Yeah, they-
when you bring in the. It depends on like the layer you bring it in on. It's annoying. Okay,
Gee, you're
here we go.
going
This
off.
will look better.
You make up what
I
you
like to
wanna do.
avoid having the like.
There you go.
I like to avoid having the like grid thing happen, but
Yeah.
you know, whatever it is, what it is. So this individual walks in.
Just so you know, you can turn the opaqueness like all the way off on the grid.
Oh, on the grid?
Yep.
Is that a macro thing or just?
No, it's just when you go to the page settings up at the top with the little like wheel thing,
Uh-huh.
you can adjust. There's like a little slider, and you can just like make the grid invisible.
Okay, I thought you had to.
You don't have to turn it off. You can just make it invisible.
There.
You can also make
Okay.
it way more visible. For times
Interesting.
that-
I thought you had to. If you didn't want that, you just had to put things on token layer.
Nope.
Interesting. Learn something new every day. Anyway,
Yep.
this individual walks in. Sid is the only one who. Well, everybody can give me rolls, because perhaps you would have gathered some info, but realistically, only Sid's gonna be able to know who this is.
What role?
I won't bother rolling.
A history, I guess, to see if you'd.
Story check. I do not probably know
Interesting.
who he is.
Maybe you just didn't do anything. Maybe you didn't do enough to get his attention. But Van, you're gonna gather as you were just kind of, I'll say as you were just kind of gathering information about the job and knowing you had to meet people here. You can put 2 and 2 together and know that this is the actual leader of the City Watch. If the other guy was number 2, this guy was probably the number 1 who walks in. I will attempt to somewhat replicate the voice, but do you guys know who Dave Fennoy is, the voice actor? He was, if you played Telltale Walking Dead, he was the voice of the lead character in the first season.
Oh, okay.
Like,
Yeah.
dude had, so this guy totally would have that guy's voice. It's just like the best voice. But anyway, so he just walks in and just says, "So I've, been told about your little scuffle you all got into last night."
Yeah.
Yes, it was just a misunderstanding. We got, you know, they attacked us and we defended ourselves and it
The
didn't go
misunderstanding was they thought that we were gonna die, and they had it backwards.
Well, you
Well, I
weren't.
wouldn't say that that was the misunderstanding.
That's how I took it.
Well, if that were all there was to it, then you should be fortunate your friend here is a friend of Balazar's. When, this one, is it Fisk?
Visk.
Okay, I suppose I just misheard what Balazar said.
Yep.
When this one
Yeah,
didn't come
you
home
misheard.
when this one didn't come home one evening, Balazar had us track down where he went. Lo and behold, you were being held in one of our holding cells, but that's beside the point. As it turns out, those ruffians that you encountered had also apparently tried to rough up some friends of Oriana Pieces, so we
Oh dear.
guess thank you for taking care of that for us.
Wait, was that all of them, or were there more?
Just the same 3. Apparently were bothering them earlier in the evening. Descriptions matched up. Of course, they were less wounded when they tried to bother those tiefling girls.
Were they the ones that killed that orc?
No, but I'm glad you brought it up because that is what we want to speak to you all about.
Hmm.
As you know,
I didn't do it.
I did not accuse you of doing it. Nor do I really believe you did it because you were apparently out on the town all last evening.
Yes.
However,
Yes.
yes. Oh, were you actually
Yes.
saying something, Andrew?
No, just corroborating his story. That happened. We were there. Just met.
Right. Well, listen, we're working to figure out who the murderer was. We are questioning people here in the circle. However, it seems that also in the middle of the night, the Yanti envoy left the city in something of a hurry. And while our guards while our city watch is busy investigating things here, it would be nice if we could have somebody perhaps catch up to them and, if not bring them in, at least get some answers for us. And you've already proven yourselves handy in at least a street fight. You have somewhat of a diplomatic presence with this one. It was, I'm sorry, Fisk, remind me.
Visk.
Right.
Visk.
Right. You have something of a diplomatic presence with him.
See,
Yes.
it's so funny. I thought you said Fisk initially too.
Yes,
And
I'm
now
certain he
you're-
did.
And now you were saying Fisk. It's so strange.
Well, regardless of
You
names.
must have all misheard me. I'm definitely Visk.
Hmm.
Oh, okay.
Well, regardless of names, we of the City of Octon would like to formally offer this mercenary job to you all.
Oh,
Alright. That sounds more exciting than all the talking.
What compensation are we talking?
Well, there's, of course, a bit of gold we'll give you at the start to make sure you can carry out such an operation. Although, as I said, the Yanti envoy already left, so expedience is key here. But I can assure you, you will be properly rewarded for such work.
suppose we should talk, the colleagues. So what do you think, guys? Yes? I mean, yes, right?
I ain't got anything better to do.
Yes,
I-
me neither.
Mm,
Quite honestly, I think this is an area where I could be useful. They're not going to let me do much of the talking because of the way I look.
we could go. It shouldn't. I mean, if they they left last night, I suppose. I suppose if we were getting a decent payout of it, Anvir may understand.
I mean, okay, yes. So that's a yes then.
Yes.
Yes, I suppose we will do you this wonderful big favor that you certainly need from us and are relying on us for this great, great, great big favor that we are going well out of our way to do. I will stop talking.
I'm still a little curious as to why you want us instead of your normal guard.
They're preoccupied with investigations here.
They probably have also upped the guard just around the people of the circle. I wouldn't be
So you're gonna
surprised.
have us leave the city.
Yes. If you want a frank answer, you're all at least somewhat expendable.
Now the truth comes out. Well, if that's the case, I want all my money up front. Do you think I'm on a potential suicide mission?
Well, what would be the point of trying to complete the mission then if we gave you everything up front?
I told you I'd do it just because I want to.
You know, all the money up front may ensure that we have the proper gear.
Yeah, that. You know where I live. You know who I am. Do you know who I am?
Why would they? Why would a member of
Yes,
the envoy
I-
betray you in such a way? He has to come back to his people.
So, all the money up front then.
That would be nice. I live here. I'm not going to just run away. And I am only one bard, and I'm not very fucking good at it, so please give me money to buy health potions.
You guys just have to roll some persuasions for me.
Okay, very well.
Well, I guess just one of you. You're just
As
as a group trying to win over.
I've got a +3.
Oh, fucking dear. What am I doing? Persuasion? I have a +4.
One of us can grant assistance to the other, so...
What
I'm
does that
staying out of
do?
it because I have not said a word.
Alright, I guess... I guess my better judgment, although I've rolled so many nat ones tonight.
Artem just told me not to give you guys anything.
Well, Artem can
Hey,
go suck a dick.
Artem! No!
Huff shorts, Artem. You're not here. Huff them. Huff them deep. Huff them long. Huff those shorts.
Alright, so ignoring the fact that Sydney's cursed, because apparently I'm cursed too, so it sort of cancels out, she has a higher roll, so I'm going to be assisting her in this roll. So she gets
Do I-
advantage.
Okay. Assuming that DM's kosher with that.
We do it. Yeah, we do that
Okay.
stuff all the time.
Okay. No, I just want like, cause some people just add the modifier.
Yeah.
And then sometimes
I'm rolling.
yeah,
I'm just gonna roll with all the same house rules that we use from Vale because we're all used to them.
tight.
Hey, it's
That's why we grant...
I'm the bard.
nice.
I'm just curious. I'm
Oh,
just curious.
Well, 16. That wasn't. That is a little better, but he looks at you all. I think 100 gold each to start is sufficient.
That is...
Each to start. Yeah. I suppose we could work with that. Yes.
A meager sum. But it'll
150.
do for now.
He looks at you.
I'm sorry. It's
I
just,
think
you know,
100
health potions are not cheap, you know.
I think 100 gold each is sufficient to start. You already rolled one persuasion, so
I
I'm
know.
not gonna just stack them.
How much when we get back?
Well, I suppose that'll depend on how quickly you round them up and get us some answers.
All right, guys, time is money. Let's get it moving.
So he starts. So he start counting out the gold, but you'll notice he's making 4 piles, not 3.
I think you miscounted there, buddy.
No, 100 gold each for 4 individuals. This is the correct math.
Oh, you're coming with.
Why would he pay himself? No. Just take the 4 piles, right? And just give 33 gold to those 2 and give 34 to me.
As you guys are doing this bickering.
Take the gold.
As you guys are doing this bickering, another individual enters the same room. So now all 4 of you are assembled there.
Ron Hamstrung.
So he walks in, and
That mustache.
and this guy looks up. Never get. I guess you never did get his name. I guess he didn't give it. Braun would know it, but we'll save that. So he just looks up. Oh, good, Braun, you've arrived. The rest of your party has been assembled.
I saw you yesterday at the parade. I recognize that mustache.
I'd recognize that mustache anywhere. It's glorious. I want it.
I just
Well, it seemed
the image of this like creepy reptile thing
with the
like, I
mustache.
want it.
That mustache.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Well, it seems you'll all get along just splendidly then.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Is this our cliffhanger or is there more?
Well, Ryan's not here, so and that's
So
Ryan's
that's our
character.
cliffhanger.
So, party fully assembled. Here we are. They'll begin their adventure next time.
Hero shot. Music cue. Hand up. Fade it out.
Yeah, do like the freeze frame thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so 80s.
They'll properly begin the adventure next time on Tales of Sentra. We will see everybody.
Woo-hoo. I'm excited.
We'll see everybody next week, same time, same night, with the full party. Full party as it stands now until, fingers crossed, Artem gets in here soon. Okay. Thanks for tuning in, people. Bye-bye.
Here's our ending credits scene. Like,
Oh, do you have a
Artem,
thing?
Artem, I didn't mean it when I said you suck bean.
Hold on.
I was joshing.
oh, I was just fucking around with music.
I did mean it when you said when I said.
Oh, I don't
you
want to
should
get
suck
Artem
it.
any sort of strike, so we'll just...
Yeah.
Bye.
Bye.